How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I have missed you since Friday. I know it's been like a day, but I've missed you all the same. And I've been so excited because we were talking about music and we were talking about me giving you some recommendations or letting you borrow some of my CDs and stuff. So I'm really excited to get to do that. The thing is, also, you can borrow my CDs and you can rip them to your computer and, like, listen to them on your iPod or whatever. Oh, you don't have an iPod. That's fine. That's actually great. I'm proud of you. You don't have an iPod. 1 second. I've got you. Let me just find this. Okay, so I don't have an iPod either. I don't know, I feel like iPods are just kind of preppy for some reason. So I don't like them all that much. And I also didn't get one when I asked for one for Christmas. My grandmother bought me, actually. Bought me a Zune. I know I said iPods are preppy, and I have a pink Zune, I know. It's not my fault that it's pink. My Nana got me the pink one. That said, she also did get me something that's way better than an iPod. She was right. iPods are dumb. Zunes are where it's at. So, they're super cool. The thing about the Zunes are, like, these things are, like, the screen is so big. You can watch movies on them and everything. And, like, you can put all of your music on it and then movies as well, because these hold 30 gigabytes of data, which is, like, more than my, like, old laptop does. Like, the one that, like, my hand-me-down laptop, it has more storage than that. So you can put on all of the music you could possibly listen to. And if you wanted to listen to, or, like, watch movies, if you can, like, rip them or download them, you can watch movies on it too. I think on this one, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. The important thing is that you can borrow my Zune, which I use every single day, but it's fine that you borrow it because I also have another Zune. So I have 2 Zunes, because I do. I don't know, I have 2 Zunes, like, I don't know. What matters is that you can borrow one of my Zunes if you'd like to. And both of them already have some music on them. Well, this one has, like, more music on it, but this one, if you want to clear it out and just put whatever music you want on it and keep whatever music you want on it, that's really fine. If you want to borrow this one, I think that I actually also, I don't know if you've seen it, but I have Interview with the Vampire on this one, if you want to watch it, which, like, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's so good. God, I don't know, I just really love Lestat. I think he's so cool and the best. I know, Louis is super emo, and I just don't want to deal with him, but Lestat's really cool. So if you haven't seen the movie, then you'll see. Just remember that Lestat is cool, and Louis is just way too emo for my tastes. So do you want to borrow my Zune? Okay, so here's the thing too, is that you can download stuff from LimeWire and put it on your Zune too. Yeah, no, that's, if your mom doesn't want you downloading stuff from LimeWire, I'll download whatever you want. Just ask me, I can find anything. I will find whatever you want on LimeWire, and I will download it for you. Don't worry. We'll find any music you'd like. Now, my CDs, which, you can borrow, even if you want to rip them, or you just want to, like, download the music, you can borrow them if you just want to, like, play them in your room and stuff. That's fine too. I know you've listened to some of them and not others, so I thought we'd just go through and talk about some of them. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I I guess I'll just start off with my favorite. So my absolute favorite band, as I was telling you the other day, is Panic at the Disco. I just love Panic at the Disco so much. They are my favorite band in the world, except maybe Green Day. Okay, also I don't have my Green Day CD. I think I loaned that to someone else. But my Zunes both have like a bunch of Green Day on them. And by a bunch of Green Day, I mean both of my Zunes have American Idiot, like the whole album on them. And you should listen to that if you haven't listened to it either. Or you should listen to it if you have. Just like, I'll come over one day and we'll like really rock out to some American Idiot. It'll be great. I love Green Day. Green Day and Panic at the Disco are my favorite bands in the entire whole world. So Panic at the Disco, this is a fever you can't sweat out. And as you can see, the cover is like super random. I really like it. It's got this like blonde chick on it. I don't know what her deal is, but she's there. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of random. Like you have this like, Shakespeare-y guy. He's super random. Just everyone on here is super random. Look on the back. More random people. It's great. And I think that's one of the reasons I really like them, is they have such cool, like, weird stuff that just weird stuff. Like, some of their song titles, like, of course, I Write Sins Not Tragedies. I mean, you're fairly familiar with this album, right? Yeah. It's got, like, the only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage. It's got... Okay, here. The first time I ever tried to download stuff off LimeWire was actually, right after I heard I Write Sins Not Tragedies for the first time. And I had to ask my little brother for help on how to download stuff from LimeWire. He taught me how to do it. I pirated LimeWire Pro from LimeWire itself and downloaded it. And then I was looking for more Panic at the Disco songs. And there's some weird stuff on LimeWire that you don't want to download. But the first Panic at the Disco song I came up with was London Beckons Songs About Money Written by Machines. And I was like, that's not a real song. That's gotta be something creepy. That's probably like porn, which I definitely don't want to download. So I was like, that's definitely gotta be something weird. It's definitely a virus or porn. But no, it's literally one of their songs called London Beckons Songs About Money Written by Machines. It's so random and weird, I know. My favorite song on the album is There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey. You just haven't thought of it yet. It's such a good song. Have you heard that one? Okay, like a little bit. You need to learn them all so we can sing them together. So, this is the only CD that I insist that you take no matter what, okay? That's the only one you absolutely have to take because it's great. Okay. I'm sorry, no matter how much I straighten my hair, it doesn't stay straight, it just poofs. I don't know. I just can't get it to stay straight. Anyway, now here's the even better thing, is that I love A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, but earlier this year, they came out with another album, which is called Pretty Odd, and it's actually the best album ever. So, it's got this CD. It actually smells kind of weird, I don't know. I had money that I saved up from babysitting to buy this, and it was perfect timing that someone just needed their kids watched, and I did. Just as the new Panic at the Disco CD was coming out, I was so excited, and I'm still so excited about it. I know all of the words to all of the songs by heart already, but okay. So here's the thing. The most exciting thing about this album, are you prepared for this? Because I don't know if you are. This is going to be a real test of our friendship, actually. Who's your favorite person in Panic at the Disco? Okay, because if you don't have a favorite person, that's fine. But most people's favorite person is Brendan Urie. However, Ryan Ross is the cutest boy to ever exist in the entire world of forever. So, yeah, Ryan Ross, and he writes like all of their lyrics, and he's like their guitarist and everything. But here's the cool thing, is that in this album, he features a lot singing, actually. So Brendan Urie is their lead singer, and he does most of the singing. But in this album, Ryan Ross does a bunch of singing. So he sings the main vocals for sure in Behind the Sea, and he has a part in She Had the World, which is also a good song. That song is the first one I actually heard his voice in, and I swear to you, my heart stopped. Like, full stop. Stopped. When I heard Ryan Ross's voice, because it's beautiful, and I love it. I was so excited. So, you should probably listen to it, because he's so cute. And it's also a very good album. It's actually really Beatlesy and stuff, which is cool. That reminds me. So that's pretty odd. I have one Beatles album if you want to borrow it. The thing is that kids our age these days don't listen to any good music at all. So they mostly listen to crap like country music and rap. So they don't listen to stuff like the Beatles anymore. But I do. And you can too. And the Beatles are cool. This is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is my favorite Beatles album and also the only one I have. But still really, it's got like a lot of really good songs, but like, look how weird and random they all are. It's super cool. I don't know. I love it. But if you want to borrow that, you can. That said, as much as I say Pretty Odd is really Beatlesy, I prefer Pretty Odd to the Beatles. My favorite song is She's a Handsome Woman, I think. It's the third one on the album. Yeah. You've probably heard 9 in the Afternoon. Like, that was the first one to come out. So, that one's fine. I don't know. She Had the World is so good. She's a Handsome Woman. They're just great. So, Panic! At the Disco and Fall Out Boy. Or Panic! At the Disco. Now I have some other ones, which are Fall Out Boy CDs. So like, I know, like, all of this music is like, basically all of my music is really emo. I'm not emo. Don't say I'm emo. No. I'm punk. I listen to Green Day. Okay. Like, they're my other actual favorite band, and they're really cool and punk. So, don't call me emo. I'm not emo. This is emo music, but I'm not emo. But you probably, anyway, Fall Out Boy's pretty emo. That's another one where, like, there's a really famous band member, like Pete Wentz, and he's just so gross and, like, ugh, I don't like him. I don't care that much about Fall Out Boy anyway, but I don't like Pete Wentz very much. So, this is from Under the Cork Tree, which is, like, their best album by far. Like, they also have, I have some other albums of theirs. I have Infinity on High, which is like fine or whatever, but it's like kind of got more pop music and everything, so it feels a little bit more like preppy, and I don't know if I like that very much, so I don't really listen to that. So Infinity on High is like, it's okay, I guess, but you know, I don't know. They have some other album before from Under the Cork Tree, I think. I don't know. Oh god, they also just came out with another album, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Folie à Deux, and they just came out with it. And it's so bad. I can't express how bad it is. And I was just so disappointed hearing that. I don't know. Basically, what I'm saying is that I have this album for you, and it's probably the only one you actually want to listen to by Fall Out Boy, who are fine, but not nearly as good as Panic! At the Disco, and not nearly as good as Green Day, but they're fine. I actually first heard of Fall Out Boy, like, not from the radio or anything, but I was playing DDR And they actually use the Fall Out Boy song Dance Dance in one of the DDR games I have. And I learned that song from there, and I was like, oh my god, this sounds like Panic! At the Disco. I have to, like, find them. So I did, and they have a bunch of random song titles and stuff, too. I'm like, isn't this one so funny? Our lawyer made us change the name of this song so we wouldn't get sued. And, like, I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy, and all I got was this stupid song written about me. These are just, like, super fun random games. And it's a good album overall. Fall Out Boy's not, like, the best, but they're fine. There's no reason you shouldn't. Sugar We're Going Down is really good. Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner is my favorite Fall Out Boy song. It's so good. That is easily my favorite Fall Out Boy song. And you should definitely listen to that one. If you don't listen to any of the other Fall Out Boy songs, listen to Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. It's great. But otherwise, Fall Out Boy's, like, they're fine. I also have, this is the only thing other than the Beatles that I have that's not, like, super emo, which is, I have this Pink album, and I think she's actually really cool. So this has, like, the song Stupid Girls on it, and I love it. It's like, have you heard it? You know, it's like all of these preppy girls being super dumb. This is just how other girls are these days. It's like they don't read, and they're all blonde and preppy, and all they care about is guys. And that's just sort of how it feels like the world is today. And I'm really glad to see, like, celebrities pointing out that girls today are all, like, airheaded blondes. So this actually has a bunch of stuff. It has, like, Dear Mr. President on here, which is a good song because I am very political and know a lot about politics, as any self-respecting teenager should. Now, I also don't listen to these bands very much, but I have, my brother got me into these, but, into this, which is Motion City Soundtrack. I think they're pretty fine too. This is Commit This to Memory, and it's got some really good songs. It's got Everything Is Alright and When You're Around, and LGFUAD, which is Let's Get Fucked Up and Die. That's what it stands for. And it's also quite good, and I don't know, I think they're fine and interesting enough, but my brother got me into them, actually, accidentally. This is Even If It Kills Me, which is, I think, their third album. I don't have their first one. Their second one is Commit This to Memory. My brother got me into this, but it was like an accident because he kept playing one of the songs over and over and over and over again, and I wanted to strangle him. But then I listened to some of the other songs and I liked them, so I bought the CD at, like, for, like, you know, a little bit, you know, it was like, I found it secondhand and bought it. So, I don't know, the art is cool too, at least, you know, it's like, it's got this guy whispering into this girl's ear or whatever. It's got the pink and the blue and all of that. So they're also pretty good. And they're also so emo. So emo. Like, one of these songs is called Broken Heart, and it's the most emo song I've ever heard in my life. And the last CD I have here is, I actually was, like, listening to Pandora, and I came across this band, and I really liked them because I heard them, and I was also, like, when I found Fall Out Boy, like, oh my god, they sound like Panic! At the Disco, except slightly worse, because Panic! At the Disco is the best. No one can be better than Panic! At the Disco. I'm sorry, other bands, but this is The Academy Is, and this is Almost Here by The Academy Is, and this one's also super fun and really good. You might have heard, like, you know, the phrase that pays and stuff like that. I like them. I listen to them a lot, even though they're not my favorite song. Here's their album art, their album jacket, and there's the Academy is. So that's all of the CDs I have. Now, like I said, I do have American Idiot on my Zunes, both of my Zunes actually. So you can listen to that, which is also important for any deep, politically minded, non-prep these days. It's American Idiot. It's making a statement. So I have American Idiot on both of my Zunes, and you should listen to them. You absolutely have to, like, really learn all of the songs on Fever You Can't Sweat Out, at least. Like, I like Pretty Odd a lot, but you have to learn all the songs on this because, like, the next time everyone's, like, hanging out and over, we're probably all going to be singing this together, nonstop, loudly and annoyingly, because it's, like, it's funny to see how, like, preps give you weird looks when you're singing loudly in public. Like, who are you looking at, you blonde? I don't, you know, they give you funny looks because they just don't have any personality of their own. They can't imagine why someone would be expressing themselves and listening to music loudly and singing music loudly. And they just listen to whatever's on their radio and just, like, go to their stupid parties or whatever. So we'll all probably be singing this, probably, I don't know, at school, at lunch, in front of people who don't want to listen to us, but that's fine. So you should learn all the words to that. Other than that, what do I have? What am I missing? I don't have, okay. What I don't have that you might know of or, like, hear about or other people listen to and whatever is, like, I don't like Paramore. I hate Paramore. I have no Paramore. I'm not getting any Paramore. You can listen to Paramore on your own. I don't want to listen to Paramore. So I don't have any Paramore CDs. I also don't have any My Chemical Romance, which, like, they're fine. I'm not in love with My Chemical Romance. I think that Gerard Way kind of looks like a corpse himself and is not extremely attractive, so I don't really care that much about them. I do own a My Chemical Romance shirt just because the one time that my mom let me buy something from Hot Topic, that was the only band shirt I could find at the time. But they're okay. But I do have, like, I have, like, a couple, like, loose songs on my Zunes from My Chemical Romance, which are just, like, I feel like the most important songs to know. So I think both of my Zunes have Welcome to the Black Parade, the song, not the whole album. They both definitely have I'm Not Okay. That's okay. I have to say it's a pretty great song. And I'm pretty sure that they both have Helena on them as well. So, I don't know. I feel like you don't really need to know them anymore. Like, My Chemical Romance songs, they're just, like, I don't know, kind of fine. They're too emo, you know? Like, I don't know. But anyway, we can listen to some music now and stuff if you want. We can go make something to eat and listen to some Panic! At the Disco. Yeah, I can show you the songs that Ryan Ross sings. Oh my god, he's so cute. Like, I can't get over it. Look at how, like, the styling in this, it's so weird and random. Yeah, here's all of them. So there's Brendan Urie, Ryan Ross. There's Brendan Urie, Ryan Ross, Spencer Smith, and John Walker. On here. That's them. But, you know, obviously, the most important person is Ryan Ross. If they ever break up, I'm going to be heartbroken. I don't know what I'll do if Panko Disco ever stops being a band. Especially if it stops being a band with Ryan Ross in it. Because I love him so much. Anyway, that's never going to happen because the world is not that cruel. And everything's going to be fine. So we're going to make snacks. We're going to listen to Panko Disco. Maybe we can listen to some Fall Out Boy or something. I don't know. I can show you the Academy CD. That's also, I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. Let's listen to it. All right, let's go do some other stuff. You can take my Zoom.